Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, in the previous video we have completed reading with our chapter number 9 from the book Honeydew. The name of the chapter is The Great Stone Face 1. So I am very much sure that the chapter is clear to you all, and in today's video we will see the comprehension part, we will solve the questions. So now let's begin. Question first, write true or false against each of the following statements. So in this question we are having some of the statement, we have to read the statement and then according to the chapter we have to tell that whether these statements are true or they false ones. So let's see the first one. The great stone face stood near where Ernst and his mother lived. So the first sentence that we are having, so according to that sentence, the great stone face was very near from the house of Ernst and his mother. Okay, so we have to tell कि क्या ये statement true है, that the great stone face was very near from the cottage, from the house of Ernst and his mother. So in the chapter we have read, and according to that we can say that no, this sentence is not true, this is a false sentence because the great stone face was miles away, right? Second is, one would clearly distinguish the features of the stone face only from a distance. So the second statement that we are having is that a person was able to figure out the features of a human face on that mountain only from a distance. So what it means? It means that if someone is going near to that mountain, at that time he won't be able to see a human face, but only from a distance one person was able to see a human face on that mountain. So yes, this sentence is a true one. Next is, Ernst loved his mother and helped her in her work. So yes, in the chapter we have read this thing that when he was a small boy also, so at that time he was so very careful for his mother. He used to help his mother, he used to assist in each and every work, right? And he actually loved his mother very much. So this is a true sentence. Next is, though not very rich, Gathergold was a skillful merchant. So the sentence that we are having is that Gathergold was very skillful merchant, but he was not very rich. So this is a false sentence because we have read that Gathergold was very rich, or we can say he was the richest person of that valley, and he was very skillful businessman also, but he actually earned a lot of money, right? So this is a false sentence. Gathergold died in poverty and neglect. So next sentence is that when this person Gathergold, when he died, so at that time he was poor and at that time he was neglected. It means he was not having so many friends. So yes, this is a true sentence. Why? Because in the chapter we have read that before his death he actually lost his entire wealth, he actually lost all his money. So yes, he died in poverty, and because of this thing that he was having no money, no wealth, he was actually being neglected, he was having no friends, no companions, no company. Next sentence is, the great stone face seemed to suggest that Ernst should not fear the general. So the next sentence is that when Ernst, he was very much sad, he was very much, we can say, disappointed. So at that time great stone face seemed to suggest that he should not worry, he should not fear. So yes, this is a true sentence because Ernst was having these feelings as if great stone face is saying these words that no need to worry, fear not. Next question, what was the great stone face? So here we have to write about great stone face, that what exactly great stone face was. So let's see the answer. The great stone face was a work of nature formed on the perpendicular side of a mountain by some immense rocks which had been thrown together so that when viewed at a proper distance they resembled the features of a human face. So what is this great stone face. This is actually a work of nature, and this face was formed on a perpendicular side of the mountain, the side that was very steep, and it was formed by some immense rocks, some very huge rocks, and all those rocks have been thrown together so that if someone viewed that rocks from a proper distance, at that time they were able to resemble the features of a human face. So yes, this is actually the work of nature. There were so many mountains, so many rocks were there, and if someone is looking towards those mountains from one particular distance, then they were able to figure out the features of a human face on that mountain. So that human face is regarded as a great stone face. Next question, what did young Ernst wish when he gazed at it? So in this question we have to write Ernst wish when he was very young and when he used to gaze at the great stone face. So at that time what wish he was having, that wish we have to write here. So let's see. Young Ernst wished that the stone face could speak, for it looked so very kindly that its voice must indeed be pleasant. So yes, this was the wish of Ernst, that the face could speak. So he just wanted the great stone face to speak. Why he was having this wish? Because the face, or we can say the great stone face जो था, it was so kind, it was so gentle, it was so full of love and affection that Ernst believed कि जब वो फेस कुछ बोलेगा, so that voice must be very pleasant, because जब फेस इतना जेंटल है, फेस इतना काइंड है, फेस इतना इतना लविंग है, इतना फुल ऑफ अफेक्शन है, so definitely उसकी जो वॉइस है that should be very much pleasant. He wished to love the man dearly whoever resembled that face, and he actually wanted to love the man, he actually wanted to meet that person, he actually wanted to meet the man of prophecy who was having the resemblance, who was having the exact face just like of a great stone face. Next question, what was the story attributed to the stone face? So here in this question we have to write the story that is connected with the great stone face, the story that was told to Ernst by his mother. So let's see. The story attributed to the stone face was that someday a child with the likeness of that face would be born. He would become the greatest and noblest person of his age. So according to the story, one prophecy is there, and according to that, someday one child will be there, and that child he will be having the likeness of that face. Okay, so इस तरह का जो child है उसका वहाँ पे birth होगा, उस valley में birth होगा, and that child will be the greatest, he will be the noblest person of his time. So this was the story that was attributed with the great stone face, that some or other day one child will be there, and that child, when he will be in his manhood, so at that time he will have the resemblance with the great stone face, and yes, he will be the noblest, he will be the greatest person of his time. Next question, what gave the people of the valley the idea that the prophecy was about to come true for the first time? So in this question we have to answer this thing, that to all the inhabitants, or we can say all the people of the valley, they believed this thing that finally the prophecy is about to come, and they believed it 2 times, right? They believed it twice. So we have to write for the first time. Okay, so first time inhabitants को कब लगा, और in fact we have to राइट क्यों लगा, किस रीजन से उनको लगा दैट फाइनली जो वो प्रोफेसी है दैट इज रिलेटेड विद द मैन ऑफ प्रोफेसी, वन स्टोरी. सो व्हाई दैट थिंग इज अबाउट टू कम. सो लेट्स सी. A young man named Gather Gold had left the valley many years ago. By the time he grew old, he had grown rich. When he returned to his native valley, a rumor spread that he resembled the stone face. People thought that the prophecy had come true. So first time all the inhabitants, all the people, they believed that finally the prophecy is there, finally the man of prophecy is there. Why? Because one person that is having the name as Gather Gold. He was there, he was the man from that valley, he was the native of that valley, and you know, he earned a lot of money. Why? Because he was very skillful businessman, he was very sharp merchant, so he actually earned a lot of money, he became very prosperous. And now because he was in his old age, so he was returning to his native place, native valley. So at that time one rumor was there throughout the valley that because of this thing, that he is very famous, he is very rich, he is so wealthy, he is so prosperous, he is the man of prophecy, and he is having the resemblance with the great stone face. And all the people thought that now finally the prophecy is about to come, the man of prophecy is about to come. Next question, did Ernst see in Gather Gold the likeness of the stone face? So in this question we have to write Ernst's perspective, Ernst's point of view, that when he saw Gather Gold, when he saw the face of Gather Gold, at that time what was his idea? According to him, Gather Gold was the man of prophecy. Was Gather Gold having any resemblance with the great stone face? So we have to write Ernst's view here. So let's see the answer. No, Ernst did not see any likeness of the stone face in Gather Gold. So our answer is that when Ernst, when he saw the face of Gather Gold, at that time he was not able to find any likeness, any resemblance in his face with the face of great stone. Why? Because the great stone face was very kind, very gentle, it was full of love, full of affection, but the face of Gather Gold, it was having some cleverness, it was having some sharpness, and it was very pale, very yellow. Okay, so yes, he was not able to see any resemblance, any likeness between the two faces. Next question, who did he confine in and how was he proved right? So here we have to write this thing, he means Ernst. So who did he confine in? Confine means बहुत ही secretly किसी से कुछ बात करना. So when Ernst, when he was very much disappointed, why? Because he was not able to see any resemblance between Gather Gold face and the great stone face. So yes, he was very much disappointed. So finally उसने किसकी बात पे trust किया, किसके साथ अपनी बात we can say उसने share करी, and how was he proved right? So let's see, he confided in the great stone face. So yes, Ernst, he confided in the great stone face only after Gather Gold's death, as his wealth and gold had already disappeared. It was generally agreed that Gather Gold had no resemblance with the great stone face. So at that time in the entire valley, Ernst was the only person who was unable to find any resemblance between Gather Gold and the great stone face, and the entire valley, or we can say all the other people, they were sure that Gather Gold was the man of prophecy. But finally he was right, and Ernst, he actually proved right. How? Because after Gather Gold's death and his entire wealth and gold that had already disappeared, so now it was generally agreed that Gather Gold has no resemblance with the great stone face. So finally all the other people, they also agreed with this thing, that yes, he was having no resemblance with the great stone face. Next question, what made people believe General Blood and Thunder was their man? So now we have to discuss the second time when all the people believed that finally man of prophecy is there, and now this time there was this great General Blood and Thunder. So we have to write that why the people believed this thing, that General Blood and Thunder, he was their man, he was the man of prophecy. So let's see. General Blood and Thunder had risen to high position from a soldier after a great deal of hard fighting. He was now a famous commander. So why all the people, they believed him to be the man of prophecy? Because he had risen to high position from a soldier, and he actually fought so many hard fighting, and now he was one of the famous commander. Now he earned a lot of name and fame, and yes, he was very brave, he was very famous. So this time all the people believed that he is their man, he is the man of prophecy. When he returned to the valley, his childhood friend said that the general had always looked like the stone face, and now this commander, because of the old age, now he just wanted to return to his native valley. Then all his childhood friends, they were saying this thing that he always looked just like the stone face. He actually having the likeness, the resemblance of the great stone face. Next question, Ernst compared the man's face with the stone face. What did he conclude? So now this time also according to all the inhabitants of the valley, जो ये general है, commander Blood and Thunder, he was a man of prophecy. But when Ernst saw his face and when he compared, the man's face with the great stone face, so what did he find? What did he actually concluded? That we have to write here. So let's see the answer. Ernst could not find any likeness between the general and the great stone face. So yes, when Ernst compared both the faces, because he was able to see both the faces at the same time, so he was able to make a proper comparison. And when he compared, so after the comparison he was very much disappointed one more time, because this time also he was finding no likeness, he was unable to see any resemblance in both the faces. Okay, so students, we have completed all the question answers here. I hope the chapter and all the question answers that we have discussed, everything is clear to you all, and in the next video we will start reading with our next chapter. See you in the next video. Thank you.